Okay, this is my STe taken apart. The hardest bit was getting the shielding off here as ever. You have to take the little bolts off the back and you need to tease the strips out of the RF connectors and that. Now what I want to do here, I've marked them up high and low. It's the original ROMs. I notice on this one the 68,000 is there. On the other one I've got, it's a 32 pin, 64 pin. So what I've got to do is to go the other side of this motherboard and take these things out here. In focus, yeah, the W102. So at the moment it's like 232323, which is the TOS 1.62. So what I'm going to do is to put some, desolder that, and then stick some headers on there so I can mess around, just in case the ROM don't work. And the other thing about this is that the little marker for the beginning of the chip is what, there, but you notice it's one pin in, no, two pins in, look, 1, 2. So these are the 28 pin ones. So this is what I'm going to try and replace to see how it goes. So what I did was I put a screwdriver like that, and these are the three, I'll make some point of the right thing, these are the three that have to come off here to be replaced by some pin headers, which I hope will be alright. I don't think it's going to touch anything like the keyboard, we'll find out. But those are the 9 that got to come out yet. So I'm just getting this up to temperature and then we'll see how it goes. I mean, I guess I should really do this on the STFM first, because I don't really care if I break the STFM, but famous last words, this tool seems pretty good up till now. Let's give it a go and see what it does. I don't even see it, we've got the original bug here. There's some sort of dead little spider there. That can go. Gives a bit of clean. Okay, I took the temperature up a bit and put a bit of flux on it. Seems to be doing a bit better. Yeah, I think that's coming out now. What I'm not sure about is if these are just pads. I think they are. One last bit in there. Yeah, let's give that a go, see how it goes. I think they might just be pads. That is a little bit more because it's not quite coming out. So I'll give it some more off camera and see how we get on. Okay, I think that did it. It was you wiggle it like EE Volt shows, and that sort of frees it from the side. So let's have a quick look. Let me pause it and look on the other side. Hang on. Yeah, so one's just fallen out, the other one is there, the up 103, the bottom right hand corner. So let's just give that another bit of a go. See if we can get onto that. Where is it? This one here. Oh yeah, I can just see the leg sticking out. Does that come loose? Let's have a look. This is my first day. Yeah, it's just dropped out. I don't know if you saw that on camera, but there's a little bit of stuff in there. Yeah, I honestly believe that those are just 2 pads. Anyway, let me just get on with that. Okay, so other people have said this as well. You see the holes through there. Sometimes you need to lean it down and let the gravity act. And in this case, it was, because it's a square hole, it was a bit of solder on both sides. So I had to attack it from both sides, whereas the other ones just underneath was enough to pull the components out. So now what I'm going to do is to solder in the jumpers, and hopefully it will all work. And then I can play. Okay, so I've left the original ROMs in, and the 0 ohm resistors on the right hand side, so I put them on there color coded. So what I'm going to do now is I'll power in the disk drive, I'll put the power supply loosely on top, and I'll wire it up to a monitor and see if I at least get back to where I was, and then I'll try and prise those ROMs out and stick the 2.06 in. This, wish me luck. So I put the jumpers back like that. A little bit of trouble resetting its back. The monitor's not very good because it's using composite, but that's okay. Oh, I haven't plugged the keyboard. Let me plug the keyboard and see if that still works. Okay, I plugged the keyboard in very precariously. It boots up. You can't tell the TOS value like that. It has to do the rainbow. So what I'm going to do now is to switch it off here very, very carefully. This is live. And then I'm going to gently prise out these. I've got a ROM puller tool. I see people using screwdrivers. Screwdrivers are okay, but get them from both sides, yeah. I've got a ROM puller, and then I'll whip these other ROMs in and move the pins that way and see if it boots up. Must be brave and try and film the ROM puller. So you have to get it. I mean, I've got these varifocals, and I have to say they're not that good. So it has to be on the chip, not on the chip holder. And then you rock it side to side and sort of pull it up, and because they've been in there a while, I think certainly I got the chip. Yep. That's it. It came out. I don't know where it went, but it came out. Oh, it landed onto it next here. Look, landed there. So that was the high side. You pick it up with this thing, see what it looks like. Yeah, those pins are pretty straight. Maybe those two at the end, right hand bottom, are a bit shit, but that'll do. Let me just put the 2.06 in. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll give it a go. Oh, I've got to move the jumpers. So what it says is this is the 32 pin, so the 102 should be the 2 left, 103 should be the 2 right, 104 should be 2 left. So 102 is the 2 left, 103 is the 2 right, 104 is the 2 left. Let's switch it on and see if any little green light comes out. I fixed it. Oh, Atari, yay! I don't know if that was there before, not certain. I thought it used to come up with a memory test, so I don't understand. Let's have a quick look. I never. Oh yeah, there it is. Look, it's doing it. Oh yes. It's going to explode in a minute, but normally electronics doesn't go that well for me. I used to have a team to do it for me, yeah, back in my early days. And I used to watch and just static stuff up because I was Mr. Static and, you know, a very bad boss like that for meddling. That's pretty cool. 4096. This is fantastic. Memory test complete. I don't know what other bit is. Sorry, I'm in the way of my own stuff. There's my little light I fixed. So these old ROMs can go back in the packaging that the 206s came in. I can make a sticker for the case to say it's a 2. Whatever. What that's doing there? Something's counting backwards, is it? Oh, it's going backwards. I don't know what that's doing. I've never used 2.06. My friend had it. This Jura tool was really good. It got the solder out. The hardest bit on these ones here was the square ones that look like pads. You have to do them from both sides and get a bit of flux into them. But other than that, it was good. And you know, when you put your chips in, always make certain that you gently bend the pin so they feel okay. Little busy bees come up. Cool. It looks a bit more washed out than the other one, but this is a bad telly. I've got various things I'm trying to do. I think this TV can support 15 kilohertz. I mean, yes, of course it's doing it here, but it's composite. So I think it can do it, but it hasn't got a VGA input. It's only got component HDMI or what's the other thing? A SCART. And so I might have to make a SCART lead. But I've got a high def lead. This monitor here cannot take 15 kilohertz, but it can do the high res. And I've got another monitor in the kitchen that can do both, although it complains. I did try and build these GBS things, and I managed to kill 2 of them. So the jury's out on whether I can get them working or not in a minute. But anyway, thank you for watching, and bye-bye.